very specific insights into LMS, why and how we can look at LMS and how things are. And there are a couple of demos we have lined up for you in line to the points that we discuss and we share our thoughts. And finally, we'll head to the question and answer session. Let's move on. Okay, we have Rekha joining in. Yeah. Great. So this is typically the overview of a LMS system, learning management system. See, learning management system has been in various versions and various formats, but this is generalistically the kind of activities or the kind of operations or the kind of support people expect from a LMS, learning management system. It starts all the way from the system having a kind of solution that is required, then to the management where we need to give access to the faculties, give access to the various staff in the school or the education, so I mean institute or academy or college or whoever is linked with the kind of promoting the education. And then we also require it for tracking, purely on how the things are set up in the system and how we are able to get the data in whatever is required. Then we can also expect some kind of softwares, like typically focused softwares that we can have from the learning management system, not only on purely on having this as a solution, but also as on the upgrades. Like for example, AI or any kind of analytics or any kind of additional things that we require to upgrade the kind of visibility of the system so that it can bring a lot of information, a lot of insights. And the other aspect of learning management system is documentation. So once we have a learning management system, documentation takes the complete e-format, wherein right from the first workflow, where we reach out to the parents or we reach out to the kind of market and try to run our campaigns and how we onboard the students and all, right from the registration, the course description, everything is online, and everything is generated using the kind of various workflows that can integrate, and that takes the entire care of documentation. Next is the e-learning suite. See, typically a learning management system is also equipped with some kind of e-learning solutions, or I would say kind of options which can enable a users or the students or the faculty or whoever is connected with the system to get advantage from that. And this e-learning in these days has taken multiple formats, like it could be a live streaming, it could be a recorded streaming, it could be a scheduled session, it could be a live Zoom call. So many kind of e-learning options are there. Also, you can also have a content-based e-learning module where you have a focused, categorized content that can be delivered to the consumers based on, or the students based on the kind of category or the kind of class they are in. So that's the very important piece of the entire LMS system, where the digital content drives the entire thing. Next, coming to the course. Course is more of the complete flow of running the kind of activities related to the entire academic year. It could start right away from having setting up the timetable, then allocating the faculty, then working with the kind of schedules, timetables, exam patterns, results, scoring, everything start to end can go with the course. And there are various other options that are available with the course, where you can take it to a next level by doing a personalized test, or a asking people to do more of a focused kind of activity like quiz or poll, or those kind of things can also be taken care in the course. Now coming to the education. Education is basically the complete concept delivery of that particular subject, that content for that students enrolled for that academic period. So it's all the live classes or the recorded classes. All those things can be part of the education, where the faculty directly gets onto the system and starts teaching it. So these are the basic characteristics when someone says about LMS system. And LMS system can have various levels of all these functionalities at, in multiple levels, I would say, in multiple levels. And I'll be, next slide, I'll be trying to take you through the various levels that can be formed for the learning management system. And these are the kind of trends that are available in the market. So I'm just trying to go with the kind of trends that are available and the kind of solutions that are available in the market. One second. Yes. So if you look at typically LMS, whatever we see in the market typically goes with a concept of centralized. Centralized in the sense, it goes more with the kind of an option where data is all at one place and how it can be done. So if you look at how these LMS exist in the market in various formats and various forms, these are the different forms that can exist in the market and that one can look at. It goes all the way from an online solution to the ERP, enterprise resource planning. If the institute or the academy or the educational institute is of that size, which can take the equity of an ERP. Typically, what are the things that you need to look at and what are the things that you need to understand before choosing a LMS to know whether it is a right fit for you or not? The first thing I would say is go with the color coding that I have given. So what is your primary objective of the LMS? Is it the objective of the LMS is to connect with the course or connect with the education or connect with the kind of delivery of the education in a form of e-learning or any of these areas? Then that's where you have to go on an online kind of a mode, which can be done with a kind of a web application or can be done with a kind of a standalone application or whatever with a net connectivity and all, or even could be done with the kind of hands-on tools that have from Google Education Pack. You can also build your own classroom or a whiteboard kind of a solution from Google Pack, and that can be used. So that is typically an online solution where your focus is purely on e-learning, conducting the course, and also delivering the education. So that's the first important aspect for to check whether it's the right fit or not. The second aspect is purely on what is that we need to understand when the system is in use. Like, do we need to track some events? Do we need to track some activity? Do we need to track some behavior? Do we need to track something about that or some data just for that? And also the management, how the management is able to get access to all the data that is happening. So if this is the focus, then the best part is to go with an online solutions. And typically these kind of solutions can scale up to 300 users. More than 300 users will not be a good choice for that. 300 users is effective active users. It could be faculties, it could be students, it could be all the staff, including of the school or the college. Now, in this online solution, since it's an online solution, the focus is also on defined UX tasks. It's not UI, it's UX. User experience is the key for an online solution. So you have to build in that way. And the beauty of this online solution, since it's lightweight, it can be accessed from anywhere. In the sense, it can be accessed from a mobile, it can be accessed from a tablet, it can be accessed from a laptop, it can be accessed from anywhere, any part of the internet, where you're connected to the internet. So that's how Access Anywhere helps. So that's typically the case of an online solution.